Hello everyone. We are excited to show you the program today, which will feature the wonderful organ here at St. Andrew. I am Larry Scalfari and I am the organist here at the church. Mark Z also plays the organ, so I guess you can say that we are cross-trained and organized.
Oh, Larry. I have offered to give Vinny organ lessons, but the console of the organ is just too complicated. Vinny also made a snarky comment, something to the effect that there are too many cooks in the kitchen. As Larry said, we are excited to share this program with you again. Many of you wrote to us saying that you learned a lot when the program first aired on May 30th.
St. Andrew is blessed to have a terrific instrument to lead corporate worship. The organ has been used almost every day since the pandemic and is recorded weekly.
Thank you for watching today, and I encourage all of you to share our afternoon programs with your coworkers, friends, and family. Now to the St. Andrew Organ Tour. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Daily 15. Today we're going to take a tour of the organ here at St. Andrew. We have a hybrid organ, and so it's a combination of both pipes and electronics. Larry and Vinny and I are going to take you on a little tour, and I hope you enjoy it. So the organ here at St. Andrew is actually a combination of several different builders. So the Layton Organ Company actually built the organ at our South University spot in the Glendale area, and that Layton organ was put in the 70s. And then when we moved to the location that we are currently, we actually had the Rodgers Organ Company, which is an electronic organ company, combine their electronics with the Layton Organ Company. And then for this sanctuary phase, we actually have contracted with Rafati to build the full organ, but we haven't been able to actually have funding for that, so we have built a facade of the organ. So the facade of the organ is what you see on Sunday morning. Those organ pipes are built by Rafati, which is an organ company out of Italy. So I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about the different families of organ stops that we have. The first one I'm going to talk about is what they call the principal, which is kind of what you would think of as being the church sound. So Larry now is going to play the principal stop. The second family of organ tone is the flute organ tone, and it is, as you can imagine, sounds like a flute. The next organ sound is the reed, but it also, that also encompasses like a trumpet sound, but also an oboe sound. So we're actually going to show you both the festival choir trumpet sound, but also the more gentle oboe sound. So listen to these two different types of sounds. So that's the oboe sound. Now, we also have what we call imitation sounds. And one of the sounds that we have that's very interesting for a wind instrument is the string sounds on the organ. So you'll hear the lush string sounds, and again, they're just imitating the stringed instrument. So this organ is very versatile. We even own a Hammond module. So the old gospel organs, we own that. And listen to a little bit of the gospel organ sound. Now the MIDI sounds on the organ have many, many different types of sounds, including dogs barking, people laughing, people clapping. But one of the things that we've used the organ for, especially during this pandemic, was we needed timpani. And of course, those are those big kettle drums that we played. And we played those for the common, for the fanfare for the common man. And so these are the timpani drums that also are available on the organ. So the organ has lots and lots of sounds, and if you put them together, you're going to hear kind of a little bit more full organ sound, and it sounds like this. And now we're going to take you to see another part of the organ, which is actually first going to be the wind source, and then we're going to take you up into the loft to show you the pipes. So come with me. So we're coming along. This is the choir loft. Now we're walking in between the tenors and the basses and the altos, and we're taking you into the blower room. Okay, so this is the organ blower room. This is the blower, this is the reservoir, which stores air, and then, of course, this is the big wind tunnel that sends wind up into the pipes. And so you're going to follow me now, and we're going to start walking up to the organ chambers where the pipes are. Okay, follow me. We're about to go up into the organ loft. And here we're behind the altos in the choir loft, and this is the ladder to go up into the organ loft. Here we are. As I mentioned earlier, the Rafati pipes are kind of in front. They cover a lot of the things that you don't see behind here. So you're looking really at what they call the great organ. And the great organ in an organ is unexposed. That means the pipes are just out in the open. And then you'll notice these are some of the pedal pipes. These are called Bourdons, which is a big flute low sound. And Larry, Mr. Larry, could you play a low Bourdon for us just so they hear that? Now play the real low. Okay, and so this is, and you'll notice kind of behind the grate there, you'll notice some speakers, black speakers that are up there. That's the hybrid part of the organ, the electronic part of the organ. Now I'd like to take you a little bit further into the organ and explain some further things that are down here. So we're a little bit further in the loft now. And this is what they call a swell box. So there's a bunch of pipes in this, and then there are like Venetian blinds in front of the organ, and we'll get a shot of that for you a little bit later. But this is the Venetian blinds that actually let the sound go in and out of the organ. And then you'll see all of these boards here, these electronic boards, and they kind of are the brains behind the organ and talk. So when Larry plays a key down there, it actually activates some of the pipes there. So this is kind of the brains of the organ right here. Also, I'd love for you to see one of the reservoirs. This is where we store wind. And the wind is stored in this, and you see that it's got springs on the side of it, and it just kind of holds the wind there until the organ needs more wind. We're looking through the facade pipes now down to the congregation, so you see how high the organ is placed. So this is kind of like sneaking a peek through the pipes. Venetian blinds that we talked about looking through to what they call the swell organ. So this organ is all encased. The interesting thing about this organ too is you notice that the organ has some speakers, and those speakers are actually also put in this case, and these blinds will open and shut. And we're going to hear a little bit of the swell organ now. So Larry, if you'll play a little bit of the swell organ, these are these pipes. So you'll notice that these are the wind lines coming from that really, really big wind line that was down in the blower room. And then this is the reservoir here, again, storing wind for when the organ needs the wind. The facade pipes that we mentioned several times in this broadcast, they are winded pipes. So you'll notice that they are actually sitting on a wind chest. And so a little magnet will pull down and let air up into those windpipes. And we're going to walk back over to the organ console now. And the only thing we haven't shown you yet is our organ chimes, but oddly enough, they're completely MIDI and electronic too. So Larry, show us the organ chimes. Thank you for being here with us today. It was kind of fun to show you all the different parts of the organ, and I hope you're doing well at home, and we look forward to seeing you the next week.